So this is a standard 3-jaw chuck. It's probably the most common type of chuck you'll see on a machine nowadays. It's very versatile, it can hold a range of different size materials. If I wanted to turn a piece of straight bar, such as this, or a piece of pipe, I can fit it inside the jaws, and then I can use a chuck key, similar to this, in one of the 3 locating holes that are spaced evenly around the chuck. So if you look, there's one on each third of the chuck. I can use the chuck key then to turn and tighten the jaws. You see them start to move. And now when I put my material in, I want to make sure I get it nice and central between the jaws. I don't want it to drop between 2 jaws and get jammed, so just be nice and careful to put it in. Yeah, okay. Tighten it up and give it a quick nip, and I can be fairly happy that my workpiece is solid. Now you do need to be careful whenever you hold a piece of material in a 3-jaw chuck. Make sure that you do have sufficient material touching the jaws themselves. If you don't have enough material in there, then the workpiece itself can begin to wobble once you start to work on it, and if it starts to wobble at speed, it can fly off the chuck and cause some damage. So do make sure that you have adequate grip on the workpiece. Another thing to note is that each of these tightening points are all evenly matched. You do not need to tighten each one individually. As long as you make sure one is tight, you are fairly set. Now, you don't just need to hold internal material on these jaws. You can just as easily fit a piece of pipe or something larger over them. So if I wanted to clamp something like this, a large piece of pipe, I could simply place that over the jaws, and you see these steps in the face of them. You can use that step to clamp material from the inside as well. All I would do is obviously wind that back out the other way, and the jaws would retract. Now, a very important thing to note is chuck keys similar to this. This is a fairly modern one, so it has a spring on it. The reason for the spring is that it means that you cannot leave it in the chuck itself. Okay, some older lathes you can leave the chuck key in the chuck, and the danger there is if someone comes along, turns the machine on, and the spindle starts, it can fling this across the workshop at very dangerous speeds. So you do need to be very careful. Do not leave your chuck keys in the chucks if it's a possibility. Once your workpiece is secure, you're happy that it's clamped neatly, you then have a chuck guard that will come over the top, and most machines will not start unless the chuck guard is in position. So when you need to get to the chuck, open the guard, do your manual work. When you're finished and you're happy everything is secure and safe, close the guard and you're ready to begin work.